United players back, Mason Greenwood return, Manchester United in pursuit of Ajax youngster, and reactions to yesterday's incredible result against Liverpool. These are all the things we'll be discussing on the show this morning. But before we jump into that, please smash a like on today's video. Please subscribe to the channel if you are new, and let's get straight on into it. So let's start the show off with talking about yesterday's game against Liverpool. Honestly, I genuinely believe that was one of the most iconic games of the last 10 years, up there with Manchester United beating PSG when Oli got the contract and went on to become the permanent manager. I think those two games over the last 10 years, for me, are the most memorable and iconic games. Yesterday was unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. I'll be honest with you, this season, most of the time when I'm watching United, I'm feeling pretty uninspired. I'm feeling frustrated. We've got lucky winners. We've not played very well. I think the first 35 minutes of yesterday's game was our best of the whole season. I honestly believe that. We went toe-to-toe with Liverpool. We should have got a couple of goals. I think McTominay had a chance where he got cut back to him and he probably should have scored. And for us to have gone in 2-1 at half-time yesterday felt like a robbery. The second half was a completely different story. We went back to our usual, poor performance in the second half. But then something clicked. And you know what that was, guys? That was Erik ten Hag's substitutions. We've got to give that guy a lot of credit. When he made those substitutions, I thought, what the hell is he doing? But it worked. It really, really did. Anthony changed the game. Eriksen changed the game. Mason Mount did. Amad Diallo did. All of Erik ten Hag's substitutions yesterday worked. And effectively, he decided that he was going to go attacking. He decided that he wasn't going to just let us fall over and be defeated. And we went and won that game. And that will go down, honestly, in my lifetime. Obviously, I know we've had a lot of success in my lifetime, but in recent history, in the last 10 years, I genuinely think that was the most iconic game of football we've seen. Beating our biggest rivals in the quarterfinal at Old Trafford, absolutely packed to the rafters, all the fans going absolutely nuts. And yeah, I honestly couldn't be happier this morning to wake up to that. And, to go through to the next round, the semi-finals, to play Coventry. Obviously, Coventry, you've got to respect them to have got to the semi-finals. It's not easy. So I'm not going to sit here and say, we should be beating them 10-0 because I don't think that's realistic. I think they're a decent side. Obviously, I'd prefer to play them than Chelsea or Man City at this stage, but it's still going to be a difficult fixture, even though they are a championship side. They're in good form at the moment, obviously, having beaten Wolverhampton Wanderers, who are a good team in the Premier League in the last round. So really excited for that. I think it's on the 20th of April. So yeah, really, really hopeful we'll get to the final. Obviously, then we'll either play Chelsea or Man City, which again will be a very difficult game. I imagine it'll be Man City again. But who knows? If we did what we did yesterday, we can beat Man City. I honestly believe that. So really, really happy with that. And the most important thing for me is I think it's shown some of the Erik ten Hag outers a little bit more faith in Erik ten Hag, because his substitutions changed that game yesterday. His decision to change the tactics and risk it and go all out attacking won us that game of football yesterday. If he'd have just sat back and said, oh, Liverpool are better, they've won, and that be it, and he made no changes, I think most people today would be absolutely furious, because that second half was a disgrace until he made the changes. But, the fact of the matter is he did make the changes, he won us the game, and we're through to the semi-final. We've just ruined Liverpool's season, effectively. They say they're not bothered, but they are. All the Liverpool fans were talking about a quadruple, the Europa League, including that. It's embarrassing. But now they've won the League Cup. Hopefully, this derails their season, because we don't want Liverpool to succeed, do we? We should only be focusing on ourselves. But I want nothing more than for Jurgen Klopp to win nothing else this season and to go out with one Premier League trophy. Anyway, let's not talk too much about Liverpool. Obviously, get in the comment section below, guys. Let me know what yesterday's victory meant to you. I'm absolutely buzzing, as you can tell, this morning. But let's move over to some more transfer-related topical news. And we've got an update for you on Mason Greenwood. Now, I know, obviously, Mason Greenwood is a name that everyone has an opinion on. Every single Manchester United fan, every rival fan has an opinion on what should happen with Mason Greenwood. And what I'm going to do before I give you mine is I'm going to let you have your opinion. So get in the comment section. Let me know. What would you do with Mason Greenwood? Do you think he should come back? Do you think we should sell him? Let me know. I'm always interested to see what other Man United fans have to say. So get in the comment section and let me know. But in relation to the story that broke this morning, this is coming out from a couple of the tabloid newspapers today, so like The Sun, etc., etc. They are reporting that apparently the Manchester United dressing room have done a vote, a poll, whatever you want to call it. And the question was, do you want Mason Greenwood back to Manchester United? And apparently The results of this poll were that Manchester United have backed Mason Greenwood to return to the club. Now, just to be very, very clear, this isn't Sir Jim Ratcliffe, this isn't Ineos, this isn't Eric Ten Hag, although Eric Ten Hag has apparently said before that he'd like Mason Greenwood to come back, but this is specifically in relation to the men's first team players. So whoever, the Bruno Fernandezes, the Maguires, the Rashfords, all of those players were asked to vote on whether Mason Greenwood should be allowed to come back to Manchester United, and apparently they've backed him to come back. Does this mean anything in the grand scheme of things? Not really. I think obviously it will be up to Ineos. It will be Ineos's decision. They will obviously take advice from the men's team, the women's team, from the sponsors. So it does have some significance, because if all of the first team said we don't want him back, we're not going to train with him, we're going to go on a protest, then obviously that would be an issue, wouldn't it? Because it would create unrest, turmoil within the dressing room. But the fact of the matter is, apparently the players want him back. Now, obviously not every single player will want him back. It was a vote, but there was more votes in favour than there was not in favour. So make of that what you will. I would still say it's 50-50 at this point for me, whether he'll come back. I think probably the best thing would be, if there's a big if here, if a big offer came in for him, we're talking 40-50 million pounds, I would probably say that selling him was the most sensible option, because we're so stacked in those wide positions. You've got Garnacho, you've got Rashford, you've got Ahmad, who obviously just scored yesterday and should get some more opportunities. You've got Pellistri, you've got Mason Mount, who played it on the right wing for Chelsea for a while. Obviously, you've got Garnacho. Like, we've got maybe 6 or 7 wingers to all play in those same 2 positions. Anthony, the list goes on and on and on. And then there's people like Sancho. Like, we've got, probably anywhere between 6 and 8 wingers at the moment, not including Mason Greenwood. So for me personally, if we could get 40 or 50 million for him, I think it would be a good thing to do, because there is plenty of other options there that we can play in those positions, in my opinion. Anthony came in yesterday and changed the game. Again, an incredible substitution by Eric Ten Hag. Anthony came on, and even after his goal, he changed that game. And I think, he deserves a lot of credit. He was playing at left back in the extra time. So fair play to all of those people. When you look at the team that we had, like, just let this sink in for a minute, guys, all right? Going back to the game yesterday. I just want to get the thing up. So we finished the game yesterday. For the last 30 minutes of the match, we had Anthony at left back. We had Christian Eriksen and Bruno Fernandes as the 2 centre-backs. And we had Diogo Dalot at right back. Just let that sink in for a minute. Manchester United's back 4 in 2024 was Anthony, Christian Eriksen, Bruno Fernandes and Dalot. And then we had Harry Maguire and Rashford as the 2 strikers. I mean, it's absolutely mental, isn't it? But yeah, so for me personally, I think if, a big offer comes in for Mason Greenwood, I think Manchester United should consider it, because I think it probably is the best option. But we'll have to wait and see. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Would you sell Mason Greenwood? Would you bring him back? Let me know what your thoughts are. I always look forward to seeing what you guys have to say. The next story we've got for you this morning is about a really, really exciting player that apparently Manchester United are looking to sign in the summer. The guy's name is Jorel Hato. This is coming out from various different journalists this morning. He plays for Ajax. People are probably saying, oh God, not another Dutch player. 18 years of age, Dutch international already. He's already debuted for the Netherlands national team at the age of 18. Centre-back. This guy looks like the real deal. He's come through the Ajax Youth Academy. He is a ball-playing centre-back. Very, very, very good. Very talented. And apparently Man United, Arsenal and Liverpool are all battling to sign this guy from Ajax. I've watched a couple of videos on him this morning, and I honestly think that he could be one of the best options out there, and probably for a reasonable price as well. He's very quick. He's very good with the ball. And as I said, he's a ball-playing centre-back, which is exactly what we need. We need more ball-playing centre-backs. We need people with pace, and we need people who can pass and do all the rest of it. But yeah, he's very, very talented, this guy. And as I said, there's a lot of different teams interested in him. If anybody wants to go and check him out, obviously you're more than welcome to do that. His primary position is centre-back, but he can also play at left-back, which is really, really good. And it gives us lots and lots of options. He fits the profile, 18 years of age. As I said, already in the Dutch national team. He's played 26 games for Ajax this season in the Eredivisie. He's played in the Conference League. He's played in the Europa League. At the age of 18, that's incredible. He's played 39 games across all competitions for Ajax this season. Now, I know people will say, oh, well, Ajax aren't very good this season. But from what I've heard from a couple of people I know who support Ajax, apparently he has been one of the shining lights of their season, which has ultimately been a failure. I think they're 5th or 6th and not doing very well. They're out of the Conference League. I think they got knocked out to West Ham. But yeah, fair play to this guy. And then finally, we just wanted to say a big happy birthday to Diogo Dalot. I think he is 25 years of age today. I am so happy that Diogo Dalot has come good at Manchester United. I'll be honest, I had my suspicions about him for a while. I thought he maybe wasn't what everyone was making him out to be. But this season, he's been really, really good. I would say he's been one of our best players. So happy birthday to Diogo Dalot, 25 years of age today. If he continues to grow and grow and grow and grow, I think he is United quality. I think at the moment that he's still somewhere between being a good player and being like a first team player for Man United. You know, he's not a rubbish player. I think he's good, but I'm just not sure whether he's quite like, he's not world class yet, is what I'm kind of getting at. And we should be, you know, aiming to fill all of our team with world class players where we can. But yeah, big ups to Diogo Dalot, 25 years of age today. Yeah, what a way to celebrate your birthday after coming off the back of that game yesterday. Their dopamine levels after that game must have been up here. They must have been absolutely buzzing. So, yeah, big ups to Diogo Dalot. I'm going to wrap the video up here, guys. You can get involved in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts on Mason Greenwood, yesterday's victory. And, yeah, I'll be back later on today. Please smash a like on the video before you go. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. This has been Daily Red Devil. Have a great day, everybody, and I'll speak to you all a bit later.